Coming up today on Channel 97 News.
We'll give you some days to come out and support our sports teams.
Talk with some teachers who have part-time jobs.
And share a story about one of our teachers.
And it all starts now.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Channel 97 News. My name's Addie.
And I'm Madeline. We have some announcements to share as the end of the year gets closer.
AP exams take place May 1st through 12th, and students who are registered for an exam should visit the College Board website to check their exam date and time. All exams will be at the STLCC South County campus. Students who want to cancel an exam can get a partial refund by contacting Mr. Ventimiglia in the guidance office.
If you are a junior who wants to take a college visit to Missouri S&T on April 12th, check your email for a permission form, and juniors and seniors interested in the construction field can also find a permission slip for the Build Your Future Industrial Showcase.
Students who are planning to take an STLCC dual enrollment course next fall need to turn in their forms by May 1st. Information can be found on the dual enrollment page on the OHS website.
Let's get our first story of the day.
Maria and Nathan tell us about track and field senior night.
The track team recently had their first ever senior night. Even though there were harsh, rainy conditions, it was still a great way to acknowledge all of the seniors.
Since I've been here, this is the first senior night. I think it's definitely well overdue. It's unfortunate we don't get enough track meets here at Oakville High School, but to recognize our seniors on their last year here, definitely a good thing to do.
I'm really excited about the senior night this Thursday. I can't wait to walk across the track and see all my family and friends.
The seniors mentioned how there was support from not only teammates, but also coaches.
They have always supported us in every way possible, and they always give workouts to better improve us.
Now let's look at what the seniors' favorite things were about track and field.
What I like the most is just the team itself. I always have a fun time, always energetic.
I like breaking my personal records and being able to see other people progress and beat their own records at the same time.
My favorite thing about track and field is all the friendships I've made and all the new people I've met.
I'll miss this, just being around them, the goofiness, and then at the same time they can get serious when it's time to get serious. And I miss that part about them. Some good working kids that good down-hearted kids.
With Nathan Baker behind the camera, I'm Maria Parisi for Channel 97 News.
It's good to hear about track, but we should hear about some other sports.
Sawyer will bring us some spring sport information.
Hello everybody, I'm Sawyer Best, here to bring you some information about spring sports. There's a lot of potential to have fun watching sports this season. First off, water polo, a sport I think is criminally underattended, as it's easy to understand what's going on, and it's not hard to learn the rules. The sport as a whole is growing in the U.S., and you can be part of the game by cheering on the Ville water polo team. The two must-go dates are April 26th for boys senior night and April 20th for girls senior night. Don't forget, our girls water polo team are state champions. Lacrosse is a new sport here at Oakville. We currently have a girls team who is trying to become school sponsored. Their home games are here at the field, so it's just like watching a soccer, football, or field hockey game. You can find game dates on their Instagram page, OHS_LAX. Be sure to keep updated if you want to watch this sport. Finally, there's an announcement for girls soccer. About a year ago, a coach passed away. He coached at Oakville for 39 years for both girls and boys soccer, and he was able to gain 1,125 wins for both teams combined, which is actually the record for Missouri coaches. Though rivals, OHS and Lindbergh will be teaming up to help raise money for the American Heart Association. They will be selling Wayo shirts that are available via pre-order, or you can buy them at the game. The theme of the night is Caribbean shirts, so come out April 20th to help support a legend from on and off the field. That's all for today. Come find me next time so we can get some more dates and find some spring sport MVPs.
Have fun and support our Tigers at these sports.
If you didn't know, one senior from each sport and club will represent their group at Mr. OHS and will compete for votes to win the title.
Mr. OHS will be on May the 4th, and the theme will be Star Wars.
You can also visit Spanish Club in one of their last two meetings on April 25th and May 16th. All students are welcome to join.
You are also welcome to see the theater program perform an adaptation of Antigone. Come watch their spring play at 7 p.m. on the 13th, 14th, 15th, and 17th of April.
We would like to recognize some FCC LA students who recently earned awards during their trip to Lake of the Ozarks. Abby Wiederman won gold in fashion construction, Emery Nelson won gold in chapter service project, and our own Amon Luker won gold in the teach and train category.
Annabelle Phillips and Kim Tran received silver in event planning, and Travis Norris and Ash Bushorn were great volunteers for the event. Congratulations to all of you on an amazing competition.
Finally, if you're hoping to join the Golden Girls, tryouts are April 10th, 11th, 12th, and 14th from 4:15 to 5:45 in Gym B. You can apply and find a teacher evaluation form with this QR code. If you have any questions, contact Coach Wicks.
With April approaching, our students have a lot going on, but so do some of our teachers.
Isla and Jaden have the story on a few of our teachers who have part-time jobs.
Did you know that many teachers here at Oakville have a second job? Let's take a look at what they do.
I work at First Watch. I work at the Kirkwood location. I started working at the Clayton location. That one closed, and I moved over to Kirkwood in 2019. I started working for First Watch when I moved back to St. Louis in May of 2019.
My second job is at Ulta. I've had this job, I guess, for almost a year now. It'll be a year this summer.
I got a second job first to save money to buy a house. And so I was living with my mom for a while, making some extra money. And then when I bought the house, I realized I needed to keep that job to keep paying for the house. So it's all about the house.
Job. Well, I'm currently $200,000 in debt. I have student loans for my undergraduate degree. My parents have student loans because they helped me pay for college, and then I also have student loans for my graduate degree, which totals up to about $40,000.
I use a couple strategies to manage the stress. First of all, I have a great therapist. I recommend to everyone seeing a therapist. And I also, we have time off here at, as teachers, which I'm very passionate that we get, have the right to use our days off. And so sometimes if I'm feeling really tired, I'll take a full or a half day off. I ask off from the restaurants sometime if I'm feeling overwhelmed. So I try and just have some boundaries that I reinforce as much as I can.
I think stress management is something that I've been working on my whole life, but I think my calendar is my best friend, and trying not to take work home. I mean, I work super late here at school. I'm usually here till like 4:30, but then on the weekends I don't do any schoolwork.
Yeah, actually they're strangely very similar. I would say that the feeling that there's a lot of people with different needs that all need to be met in a certain amount of time, that's the biggest similarity. If I have 5 or 6 tables in my section, it feels very similar to a classroom of like 25 kids that all have different needs and all need my attention, and I have to get to them in a timely manner.
Communication would definitely be a skill that I use in both professions. I have to communicate with my students every day, and I have to communicate with customers. I also think like content or like product knowledge. I have to know my content to be able to teach, and then product knowledge, I have to know all of the products and test them, and to know how they best fit for a wide variety of customers.
With Jaden Williamson behind the camera, I'm Isla Topalovic for Channel 97 News.
It's always great to learn about our teachers' lives.
There's another teacher who you may not know that has had to face major health problems. Delaney and Mason will teach you about Miss Gunther.
You may know Miss Gunther as one of our science teachers and our varsity girls soccer coach here at OHS. But did you know about her rare heart condition that has affected her whole life? Here's the story.
So I was doing an aerobic activity with some students in Gym A, and just kind of started feeling dizzy, and I went to the nurse's office to address it, and they did my blood pressure, and it was 215 over 135. Couldn't really find my pulse, and so I was rushed to the hospital to be shocked back into sinus rhythm. This happened spontaneously because I historically have a cardiovascular issue. It was one of those things that they told me when I was 15. I would never play aerobic sports. Well, I did 6 months later. I would never have children. I have a 5-year-old son. I would never do anything that would, be aerobic. And I've played high-level D1 sports, and play still with my teams.
During this hard time, the OHS staff has been very supportive.
We did a fundraiser for Miss Gunther, and basically I just sent out an email with an awesome shirt design. And so we just put that design out there and asked any teachers if they wanted to donate for the cost of the shirt, and then anything above that we would contribute to her. And it was it was able to go toward her major medical expenses that she had from her heart issues.
Despite all of her heart struggles, Miss Gunther has prevailed in soccer and even got inducted into the Missouri State Athletics Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I was very humbled when I got a phone call that I was going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame as a women's soccer player. I played at Missouri State from 2001 to 2004. It's just really cool to be recognized for what I did there.
I love Gunther as a coach. She's like strict when she needs to be, but overall she gets her point across. Personally, I think she's helped me come out of my shell a little bit. Like, she's always encouraged me to be louder on the field and in person and in general, and she's just there to talk if you need it. So
Congratulations, Miss Gunther. We're so proud of everything you do. With Delaney Murphy behind the camera, I'm Mason Bader with Channel 97 News.
We're glad that Miss Gunther is still doing well today.
Finally, 2 reporters have found out some details about somebody you may have seen around the school's campus.
Gracie and Natalie, show us our new friend.
Hey Oakville, have you seen or heard about the recent visitor on our campus? If you haven't, we've got a story for you. Meet our new friend, Bartholomew, Tom, or any name you'd like to call him.
Bartholomew. Probably just me. I don't know what other people name the turkey.
I think he's very majestic. I think he's a lovely addition to the Oakville Island. It's kind of fun seeing him greet us in the morning. He's like our little morning greeter before school. So I think he is quite entertaining, and I think he enjoys his job of Oakville greeter, Oakville High School greeter in the morning.
I've seen it like after school, like after practices, and he's just like sit there by my car, you know, little homie, you know.
I think it's just that he's out there every morning when students are sitting in traffic and you look to the side and you happen to see this random turkey. And it turns out he's not so random because he's there pretty much majority of the mornings.
I like the turkey. Sometimes he's mean and blocks my spot, but he sits there.
He really has everyone on his good side. Keep your eye out for our new friend. With Gracie Lexi behind the camera, I'm Natalie Baker for Channel 97 News.
Even if it's out of season, it's cool to check in with the turkey.
And as always, check in with My OHS Online to stay up to date about what's happening around Oakville. We post stories all the time.
Thank you for watching. I'm Madeline.
And I'm Addie. And remember, Oakville,
keep your eyes on the tiger. It's cool to check in with the turkey.
And as always, check in. What? Sorry. Hello, everybody. What? Sorry.
Guy who does things.
Oh wait, 1, 2, 3.